Hello everybody, my name is Brooke and welcome to my YouTube. I am currently just a plant hobbyist and I'm trying to build myself to become a plant seller here hopefully in the future. And I am trying to build up on all these platforms by doing so, if that makes any sense. So I'm sure you probably want to know a little bit about me. Obviously I've already said my name is Brooke. I live in Florida currently, but I am from Minnesota. I was pretty much born and raised in Minnesota. I had moved between middle school and high school a couple of times, back and forth between Arizona and Minnesota, but most of my life was in Minnesota, and that's where I call home. I moved to Florida in 2015 with my partner. I had met him in Minnesota, and we had actually met through a mutual friend, and I decided I'm gonna be crazy and move to Florida with him. So why did we move to Florida? We moved to Florida because that's where my partner's from. He is actually from Costa Rica, but he was kind of raised in Florida. So this is where he grew up, this is where his family is, and he pretty much just went to Minnesota for school, and then he came back here because he was having some family health problems. Everybody's good now, so that's good. But yeah. When I first moved down to Florida, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I had just graduated high school. I moved down here with my boyfriend. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had only worked at Subway or like fast food restaurants at this point. I was 19. So I was gonna work with him and his family at this, it's called International Cold Storage. International Cold Storage is a warehouse where we store imported goods. The goods that we store specifically are like melons, cantaloupes, honeydews, watermelons. We have a ginger deal, we have a citrus deal, and then we kind of have our clients who set up the orders and stuff, and we ship the trucks. We load them with the product and we ship them to go to your local grocery stores. Anyway, that's not very, well, it's important, but not that important, you know, not the point of my video. So after working there for about 3 to 4 years, and after the last 2 to 3 I was managing the office, I was like, I want to go try something new. I want to go see what else is out there. And I was kind of struggling with anxiety and depression, and I was going to therapy, and my therapist recommended getting a plant maybe and just try it out. She's like, I have another client who works with plants and she says it helps her, so why not you try it? And I was like, you know, plants are cool, why not try it? So I started out with some succulents and cactus. They weren't the greatest. I got a not a fiddle leaf, I'm sorry. I got a Ficus elastica, or a rubber tree, and that's growing. It's still growing. It's right here behind me, doing really well. So I wanted to learn more. And I figured, what's the best way that I could learn more besides sitting on the internet all day, every day, just looking up plants? I started working at nurseries. I started at a small family-owned nursery. I worked there for a couple months. They ended up having to close because of COVID, so that was unfortunate. I had found another nursery to work at. The manager wasn't the greatest manager, so I was like, you know, I'm not gonna give up. I really want to work in a nursery. Like, I'm learning a lot. I want to find a good work environment for me. So I did find a really good environment. I was working at New Turf in Pompano Beach for 2 years almost. I kind of got tired of working in the heat. It was kind of wearing on my health and my mental health, as I didn't get to see my boyfriend as often, as our schedules were very opposite. So I was like, you know, I don't have a lot of friends here in Florida. So I was like, I'm gonna go work back at the warehouse just so I can see him some more and get out of the heat. I have learned so much from just working at that nursery in 2 years that I'm pretty confident that I can do this like on my own now. So that's what I'm working on. And I can actually go ahead and thank a coworker I was working with, who introduced me into like the world of aeroids, really more specifically philodendrons. He kind of showed me a lot into, and kind of monsteras. I've decided that philodendrons are my plants. Those are my plant of choice. I want every single one of them. I don't care if it's ugly or beautiful. Honestly, they're all beautiful in my opinion. I just can't get enough of it, and it's all thanks to him. Not really all him, but he really pushed me into like, you really want to learn about these plants. So now I have everything that I know, and I want to start being able to share that with other people as well. Like, I want to be able to, get somebody started in their own little green world that's like mine. It's all green over here. I still haven't quite gotten what exactly I'm trying to do with all this knowledge in these plants, but I do know that I want to help people learn. I want to help educate. I want to provide things for people, plants that may not be accessible in your area. I want to do whatever I can. And I guess that kind of leads me to, why did I start selling plants? I had really started building up my collection, as I'm sure you could assume, because as we all do, once you get one, you can't just have one, you have to have them all. And not just of one species, of all of the different types. And after my plants started growing like crazy, I started chopping, and after I started chopping, I learned that you could propagate, and after I started propagating, I was like, I have 15 of one plant. I don't think that's necessary. So I was like, how can I get rid of these? So I started trading with friends on TikTok and Instagram, and people were telling me that they wanted to buy my plants, and I was like, buy my plants? Why would you? I just don't mind giving it to you. But then I actually fell into the world of Etsy, and I was like, wow, people can actually make money from plants. That's crazy. So I started thinking. And I started thinking that I want to share my joy with everyone. And if I can't trade it, I may as well let them buy it. So that started me. I opened my Etsy profile, and I started selling plants. I also don't just sell plants, I also crochet coasters that I place under my plant, like coasters. I usually get clear coasters or like cash pots. I'm gonna do a whole video on that later, so you'll have to just stay tuned. Don't want to give everything away in the first video. But yeah. So I started selling on Etsy. Etsy kind of started taking off. I moved to Blossom because people were telling me that's a really good place to trade plants, and it is. It's a great place. If you haven't checked out the Blossom app, check out the Blossom app. It's totally worth it. I've made so many planty friends just through trading and making sales through TikTok and Instagram. It's really heartwarming. The plant community is so amazing. It just warms my heart because everyone's like, your plants are so beautiful. And some days I'm like, really? I don't think they're anything special. And they're like, no, I wish I had your plants. So that's where I come into selling the plants, and I just like being able to provide something to somebody that may not be available in their area, because I know in northern states things are harder to get up there. So I really enjoy just being able to share that joy with somebody else who's, like had their eye out on a plant, like, oh, I've really been looking for that. I haven't had it in my area. Could you please, I'll even scout plants for people sometimes. Like, I have friends that if they want something, I'll be like, I'll let you know. Send me the money, I'll send it to you. And with all that being said, I guess that kind of brings you to probably question, so why are you making this video? What are you going to be doing on YouTube? What are you going to be providing that you can't provide on your Instagram or TikTok? Because now you have another platform for me to watch you on. Why? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be jumping all over the place on you guys. I just want to be able to provide longer, detailed videos, and there's caps on both of those platforms, so I hope you like this way. And what I'm trying to do is, I said it before and I'm going to say it again, is that I'm going to try and help provide useful information to not only experienced plant parents, but also new plant parents as well that might just need this last final kick to go buy their first plant and go on this crazy wild plant journey with us. Or like an experienced plant person, they might just be looking for some last minute tips and tricks. An experienced person might just be looking for new methods of doing something. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to see if it's something you've tried or not tried. If there's something you've tried, I want you to let me know in the comments and tell me what it is so I can maybe try it myself. I'm always up to trying new things. Just know that I am here to let you know it's okay if you unalive a couple of plants in the process. It's all part of the process. We're here to learn and grow together. Nobody is born with a green thumb. Nobody is just good at doing plants. I definitely did not start out good at plants. It took me trial and error. It takes time, experience, patience. One day you'll get it, I promise. That's what I'm here for, to help you. And trust me, plants take a lot of patience, especially in the beginning. Don't water your plant to death. Don't do it. Speaking of patience, I'm sure it took a lot of patience to get through my first video because I blabber a lot and I'm sorry. But thank you for watching my video. I cannot wait to show you more. I'm hoping to provide new methods of doing things in your garden. I'm here to also give plant care tips. I'm trying to post 2 times a month. I'm trying to post on the first Thursday of every month and the third Thursday of every month. The first Thursday is always going to be a video for a method of doing something, whether it be propagation. I can't even think of what I would do right now, but soil amendment methods, what I do for wintering my plants, things of that nature. And then the third Thursday is going to be kind of like a plant care 101. So that'll be fun. I'm going to do a kind of house garden tour video to show you guys all my plants and kind of how I have my plants set up here. Not the next video, maybe the next video or the video after. We'll see. But anyway, I am hoping that you will watch my next video. Please hit the subscribe button and leave a comment and let me know what you thought. Oh, I also forgot to say, I'm still going to be very much active on Instagram and TikTok. So make sure you follow me there. It's Brooke's Botanicalz, as it is here. BROOKES_BOTANICALZ. Because you got to spice it up. Also, sorry, I'm really bad at editing clips. But anyway, if you have any questions that I have not touched on, let me know in the comments and I will be sure to hit them up in either their own personal video or the next video, depending on what kind of question it is.